Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Kelsey. My 3-pound Yorkie is Céline. Together we are Céline and me. We make loads of videos about fashion, human and dog based. Her life as a teacup Yorkie and my life as her dog mom. So if you're interested in any of that, please go ahead and hit subscribe and let's jump right into this video. So if you clicked on the video today, you are obviously here for a handbag unboxing. If you are new to the channel, I've been collecting handbags since I was very young and it's been very continuous ever since. And I finally gotten to the point in my collection where I realized I do not have a plain brown logoless bag that I love to wear. So if you watch my work trips outfit of the week video, if you have not, I'll link it below. But if you did, you've heard me say many times in that video that I did not have a plain brown logoless bag that I enjoy wearing with all of the outfits in my current wardrobe. I've been looking for a while since before I made that video, and I finally landed on one. So I'm gonna take you kind of through really quickly the whole process of how I came to this bag. I always like to see the unboxing before I listen to like someone's story, so I'm not gonna take too long to do this, but I wanted to kind of get there before we got to the bag, because if I just open it, you're gonna be like, what? That looks nothing like anything in your closet. Why would you get it? So anyways, I was looking at the typical brands that I purchased from, and then I started to eventually branch out when I really didn't find exactly what I was looking for. I started with the Céline Triomphe and the Céline box bag. Very beautiful bags. Mainly the Céline Triomphe. I really fell in love with it, even though it has the big Triomphe logo on the front. I still fell in love with that bag because it was still very plain. The main thing that really just turned me away from it was that I don't know if it's just me, don't know if it's because I have acrylics, but I could not figure out how to regularly and seamlessly work the Triomphe clamp opening enclosure. Couldn't figure it out. Every time I tried it on, it took me forever to get in and out of the bag, and I just finally said, it's not made for me. It's just not made for me, and I'm okay with that. There are plenty of other bags out here that are made for me, so I'm just going to keep moving, and maybe I'll eventually make it back to the box bag. Kept looking, and then I obviously was looking at the classic flop. I love the vintage classic flops personally because of the quality, number one. I also just like that older classic look. The new ones in the caramel color are absolutely gorgeous, and if I ever want another classic flop, I will either get the vintage and beige or the new caramelly color, but it just wasn't something that I wanted to purchase right now. I needed to think a lot more about which one of those I wanted, especially with the Chanel price hikes and the Chanel quality issues. I didn't know if I wanted to dip my toes into that journey where I'm constantly going back and forth. If there is something wrong with the bag, I don't want to have to worry about it. And so that kind of turned me off because I've heard the horror stories, which is why my first classic flop was vintage, because I didn't want to deal with that. I kept going, looked at Hermes, obviously, the Picotin 18 lock and the Airbag 31 zip. Beautiful bags. I just didn't, again, I didn't really kind of go on that journey of waiting around, kind of like the quota bags. I didn't want to have to go through trying to get the bag, playing the game. So the Airbag and the Picotin are not quota bags, but that does not mean that you don't have to play the game to get them. You don't always have to play the game, especially because these bags show up quite frequently on their website throughout the week. But that doesn't mean that if you try to go in the store and get it, that you don't have to play the game. And I refuse to play the Hermes game. I'm sorry. If you have and it worked for you, congratulations. That is I'm genuinely happy for you. But I just personally don't want to do that. It just doesn't emotionally sit right with me. So they're still on my list of bags to get, just not right this very second. So I did look at the Chloe Woody tote in that caramel kind of color. It's beautiful, but it's still kind of like just a summer bag to me. And then I finally landed on the Ralph Lauren RL50 bag in the beautiful, gorgeous, burnished brown. It's like a burnt saddle leather. It's beautiful. For the life of me, I could not get this bag. When I tell you, I did everything legally to get this bag and just have it in my physical hands. I couldn't get the bag. I could not get the bag. It still says on their website they have one left, and I don't know where it is. They say it's in New York. It's not in New York. Or if it is, it's underground somewhere, because let me tell you, I went where I needed to go. I talked to the people I needed to talk to. I saw what I needed to see. Everything that could have went wrong for me to try to get this bag went wrong. And so I just came to the conclusion that it is not meant for me to have that bag. If it comes back in the fall and I'm able to get it, fine. But if not, I'm not going to worry about it, because I did everything humanly possible to get it. So kept looking at other brands, and especially other brands that I've already purchased from, but maybe not in recent years. And I stumbled back upon Longchamp. So I have always been a fan of Longchamp. I just never wore a ton of it. I do have 2 Le Pliage bags in navy and like a burgundy, and I love them. They're very practical. They are very on the go, everyday bags, and they're beautiful bags. But I fell in love with their leathers, their new leathers. So they have in a canvas, they call it canvas, but it's like an epi leather, like a Louis Vuitton epi leather. And they have backpacks, they have Le Pliage bags, they have like, I forget what the name of it is, but it looks like a Neverfull, and it is gorgeous. This is like really, it's so beautiful. So I am really excited for their new leathers. Very much in my style that I've had over the years, and now I went through a stint where I wore the exact opposite. I'm pretty sure we've all been through a stint like that. I came back and I genuinely like what they're doing with the brand today, especially with their clothing. They have new riding boots. I went into the store a few times that's closest to me. Love my SA, wonderful lady, but I was looking at their new items and they had this bag on the shelf, and actually my mom saw it. It was one up top, one down the bottom. The top one was a bigger size, the bottom one was like a mini. And it was in like, I think they call it eclue. It's like this off-white, creamy kind of color. And my mom was like, well, do you have it in brown? Do you guys have this in brown? So she was like, let me just go check. They had one left. And it is the one that I have here to show all of you. So I actually like their packaging. If you've never kind of shopped at Longchamp, they have this like dark evergreen and then like this lime green to accompany it. I think it's beautiful. It's kind of like the Hermes orange, where you don't really expect it, which if you don't know the story behind the Hermes orange, that wasn't obviously their original pick. That was all they had left during the war, and it kind of stuck. So I don't think the story is the same with this packaging, but it's still like this weird kind of, it's not a very aesthetically pleasing color, but it just works, you know? So I think it's really pretty. I think it suits how the brand is and what their style is. So here is the shopping bag. My original SA had kind of just given me a dust bag at first, and then the other lady, she knew how to like do all the packaging with it. So I was very appreciative that she was there. So if you have never purchased from them, it just comes in this bag, obviously. Love the green. That's my favorite color, that lime. And then this is my receipt. It did come with a gift, meaning my SA, she's super sweet. She gave me an ornament. I will put a picture of it on the screen. It's a little ornament with the Longchamp logo on it, and the reason I don't have it is because, as sweet as it was, that she sprayed it with this like leather refreshing spray. Basically, if you keep it in your bag, it keeps the leather fresh. It's amazing, and I love it, and I'm so thankful that she gave it to me. It's just very strong, and I have a sensitive nose, and so does my mom, so I just had it and I stuck it in a separate bag, and I have it stored somewhere. I don't want to throw it out, but I just can't have it like sitting out. So anywho, here's the box that this bag came in, and the packaging again is just beautiful. It's very different, but it's so aesthetically pleasing. I am going to unbox it here. If it looks like I already kind of unboxed it, I did. And that was to take the little ornament out that had the scent on it. So there's the ribbon, and here's the box. Got a little tab on it at the bottom. I'm gonna try to open it so you guys can see. It's not magnetic. This tab keeps this part of the box shut. And it just says Longchamp right here. And here is the interior. The tissue paper is white, and it does have white lettering that says Longchamp on it. And I'm gonna put this down. Plastic. And here is the dust bag. And it's very thin, but I don't know if it's because it's from that recycled material, if it's supposed to be like breathable for the bag when you store it, but it is very pretty even though it's thin. I like it. And here is the bag. It smells so good. It literally, if you've ever smelled like saddle leather on a saddle, it smells just like it. It smells so good. I'm sorry. I know it sounds like weird. Well, I think I'm like super weird, but I love the smell of saddle leather, and it smells just like it. It's so nice. So this is the Longchamp Box Trot M crossbody bag. This is the medium size, and we'll go through the measurements in 1 second here, but here it is. It has what they call very pale gold hardware, and it is just beautiful. So here's the back, and it just says Longchamp seamlessly in this strip that they have going down the middle of the top part of the bag. And then in the front, I don't know exactly what this is meant for, like why this isn't attached, but it's here. And then it has the Longchamp name and the horse and rider logo, the running horse logo. Very, very beautiful. So this is a simple, easy metal clasp opening. 2 straps come with this bag, which I really love. They're 2 straps. They are adjustable and they are removable, obviously, so you can put the shorter strap on. The longer strap is currently attached at the moment. Here's the longer strap, and then here's the shorter strap. So you can wear a crossbody, you can wear it as a shoulder bag, anything. And if you wanted to take it to nighttime, you could wear it with no straps. So here's that long strap that I was telling you about, and it just rolls up nicely into the bag. But if we get into the contents of the bag itself, it's got this really, this is probably outside of the color. The thing that really sold me on this bag was the interior. So it's like this unfinished, unlined, open stitch leather. It's very soft, very, very pretty. And it's got 1 zip pocket in the back. And this is the care booklet. It's got 1 pocket here. So you can kind of see how I did technically end up where I started as far as the style, because I was looking at the Céline box and the Céline Triomphe. But like with that, this pocket opening, like, I don't know, for some reason this just like is satisfying, just having this extra pocket. It just makes the bag so much more beautiful and functional. Smaller size was way too small for my personal liking, and so I ended up with this one. So this is the, like I said, similar to what I was originally looking at. This is in the cognac color. That's, they call it the cognac on the website. And like I said, this is the box trot tote. A box trot is a type of riding style on your horse. Smooth calfskin in cognac. It does come in a number of other colors. I will link this bag in the description for you guys as well if you would like to take a look at it. And then, as I said before, this is the very pale gold hardware that they have. So I wrote down the measurements to make sure that I got them right for you guys. So this is 9.6 inches long, 6.7 inches tall, and 3.9 inches wide. Funny thing is, it is actually very similarly sized to my boy bag. It's a little bit smaller than my boy bag, and you can kind of see it here if I line them up with each other. It's like an inch or so smaller as far as length goes. As far as height goes, they're about the same height. It's a little bit shorter, but you have to remember this leather is like quilted and it's very puffy. And then the width is, if I line them up next to each other, they're about the same width. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm pressing down on this one a little bit more because this one is full, but the width itself is pretty much the same on both of these bags. So this is the new medium size for reference in the Chanel boy bag, and they're about the same size. Obviously different price ranges, but same size nonetheless. And this is a smooth calfskin. This is technically smooth calfskin as well. It's just quilted. I feel like I could fit the same amount of stuff in both of these bags. It's nice that they are pretty much the same size, especially because of the simple fact that I carry a lot of stuff, and I was kind of worried at first that I wasn't going to have as much room as I do in my boy bag. But what I'm going to do is take the items out of my boy bag and start trying to put them in here just to show you guys what fits really quickly. So this is a medicine container, key clay, and my key fob. My phone I'm obviously filming on, but it clearly would fit in here. My EpiPen, my eye drops, contact lenses, hand sanitizer, hand lotion, mini hairbrush, face roller, some ants, another hand lotion, and a claw clip. And for the sake of this video, a pen. And you can see that I have more than enough room for all of that. I didn't even get into the back pocket or this front pocket. This is just the main compartment, and it's not even full yet. It's very, very roomy, and I feel like maybe it's got a little bit more room than this boy bag because of the simple fact that it's not as puffy. Like, it looks like a lot larger bag than it is because it's so thick, meaning the lining, like the makeup of the bag, the material is thick. This one isn't. And then because this bag is thinner, the actual leather and everything on it is a thinner material. It's not that heavy at all. I thought it was going to be a lot heavier than this, and it's really not. I think it's perfect for like an outfit like this. I'm just wearing this linen button down with some jean shorts right now. I'm hoping I don't get like scratches or anything on it. I will say I'm not light on my bag, so if I have to be light on this bag, I'm going to be very disappointed, and I'll let you know in a follow-up review. But I feel like the point of bags, especially bags that are pricey, are to wear them, right? You're supposed to wear them all the time. I don't like babying them. I don't throw them out in the road and run them over, but I also don't baby them. So this one actually is very, very, very fairly priced compared to the other options I was looking at, and a lot of bags that look like this on the market. I absolutely love it. It's very good quality. It smells amazing, and I can't wait to wear it and style it, and you guys will see it in plenty of outfit videos. If you are on some kind of budget, I think the word inexpensive is relative to you and your situation. So I'm not going to sit here and say that it is necessarily inexpensive, but I will say that it is a lot more frugal than the likes of a Céline Triomphe, a Chanel Classic Flap, an Hermes anything. Or mainly like your Céline Triomphe, your Céline box bag, your Chanel Classic Flap. If you were looking for one of those bags and those are maybe out of your price range, or you just genuinely don't want to spend that kind of money on those bags, this is a great alternative. This was not that expensive. Again, the term expensive is very, very relative, so I don't want to be ignorant in that regard, but compared to the other bags I just listed off, this is a lot cheaper, and it's a great alternative if you are looking to spend less. So I just really like this one, and it's very plain. You only really know this if you know what Longchamp is. I know it's been a lot more popular lately, but I say that to say if you are into the whole quiet luxury, if you know type of thing, this is one of those bags that will probably go on that list. So thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have this bag and you like it, or you have certain things you want to say about it, let me know in the comments. We all would love to know your experience with it. And again, if you like this video, this review, you want to see more, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.